In the last class, we discussed about matter, and matter is broadly divided into solids, liquids, and gaseous. Based on their properties, we are going to clarify our matter into three categories, that is solids, liquids, and gases. What is a matter? Which has a mass and occupies space is said to be a matter. So anything in this world which has a mass and occupies space is said to be a matter. PZ of marker is a matter? Yes, it has a mass and occupies the space. Book is a matter? Yes, it has a mass and occupies the space. And matter broadly divided into solids, liquids, and gases. Based on the properties, we can categorize our substance into solids, liquids, and gaseous. What are the properties of solids? Which has a fixed shape, definite shape, and fixed volume. For liquids, no definite shape. It takes the shape of the container. But gaseous, it does not have the fixed shape and a fixed volume. Based on this, we are going to categorize our substance in this world into three categories: solids, liquids, and gaseous. Afterwards, we are going to discuss about a compressibility. What is a compressibility? When pressure is applied, liquid's volume is decreased, then it is called as a compressibility. What is the meaning of a volume? Volume is nothing but a place occupied by any object is said to be a volume. By suppose example for compressibility is good example is the sponge. When pressure is applied, its area is decreased, then this is known as a compressibility. And the compressibility of gases is high compared to solids and liquids. So how we describe compressibility of solids and gases are high compared to solids and liquids? By using the syringe. When air is there, empty syringe is nothing but it's filled with air. When we apply the pressure on the piston, we observe that it's very easy to push. When syringe is filled with water, little bit difficult to apply the pressure on the piston. And when it is one wooden piece is placed in the syringe, it is very high difficult to press the piston. This shows that compressibility of solids are very tough and compressibility of gases is very easy. So compressibility of gases are high compared to solids and liquids. Afterwards, we went to discuss about something and discuss questions. I read that he asked three questions. One is salt powder is said to be a solid or not. Why he asked? Because when it is spread or when it is taken in a container, it looks like a container shape, but is not having a particular shape. Based on this, we can say it is a liquid, but we'll call it as a solid. Why we'll call it as a solid? Because when we take one small crystal or one piece, we observe its shape does not changes and it has a fixed volume. Based on this, we can say that salt powder is a solid. And rubber band, when we stretch the rubber band, its shape changes. Can we say it is a liquid? No. After leaving our pressure, it comes to its original shape. Same manner, when we press any sponge or duster which has a air gaps, the shape changes. Why the shape changes? It has some air gaps. When we apply the pressure, the air gaps comes out. Air comes out from the air gaps. Due to that, shape changes. But it regains its original shape after leaving our pressure. So based on this, we can say that rubber band, salt powder as well as a sponge is a solid, not a liquid. Up to that we discussed. Now we are going to discuss a new topic is a diffusion. Simple activity is described in a page number 4. What is a diffusion? Is asking us to take a incense stick. Incense stick is nothing but a agarbatti. Unlighted incense stick. Ask your friend to stand to one corner of the room and you stand to other corner. Do you enjoy the smell of that? No. Now ask your friend to light that agarbatti, incense stick. When he lighted, what happens? The smoke and the vapor, it mix and spread throughout the room. Everyone can enjoy in this room. Even you are standing to the corner, you can also enjoy the smell of an incense stick when it is lighted. This shows that smoke and vapor, when it is mixed in with air, it spreads from one place to other place, is known as a diffusion. It is known as a diffusion. Now we are going to see that only diffusion possible in gaseous or it is possible for liquids and solids. So this example you can consider for gaseous. So in gaseous, smoke and vapor spreads easily. For example, spray, deodorant. As soon as you just the spray and enters into the classroom, everyone will enjoy and ask, array which deodorant it is, which spray. How they will come to know that? Due to diffusion, it spreads. The fragrance, it mixes with the air and moves from one place to the other place. And moving or spreading from one place to another place is known as diffusion. Diffusion occurs in gases. Does it follows in a liquid or not? We are going to discuss now. Let us see how diffusion occurs. Observing the diffusion in liquids. Observing the diffusion in liquids. Diffusion in liquids. Observing the diffusion in liquids. Take 250 ml of round bottom flask with 2/3 water in it. Use a dropper and put a few drops of the blue or red ink or potassium permanganate solution slowly along the side of a flask. What do you observe adding the drop of ink or potassium permanganate solution? Can we observe that liquids also diffuse in each other like gases? How much time does it take the color to spread evenly throughout the water? What do you conclude from this activity? So now we are going to, what is a diffusion? Smoke or anything, air, smoke or vapor or a fragrance which spreads from one place to another place, moves from one place to another place is said to be a diffusion. Diffusion of gases is a possible. Now let us see how the diffusion takes place in liquids. For us, for that he is asking us to take a 250 ml of a round bottom flask. Round bottom flask, its capacity is 250 ml. And it is filled with 2/3 of water. Add ink or potassium permanganate solution. KMNO4 is nothing but potassium permanganate solution. Ink or potassium permanganate solution. Wait for few minutes. What happens? The ink or potassium permanganate liquid solution slowly it goes and thoroughly it mixes with the water. The color of the water changes. This shows that ink or potassium permanganate, it is spreading or moving from one place to another place. Moving or spreading from one place to another place is known as which property? Diffusion. It is known as diffusion. So diffusion occurs in liquids. Once again, observing the diffusion in liquids. How it is possible? Take 250 ml of measuring jar or round bottom flask and fill it with water. Add ink or potassium permanganate solution. Slowly potassium permanganate it mix with the water and complete color of the water changes. This indicates that ink or potassium permanganate is spreading throughout that, moving from one place to another. Spreading or moving from one place to another place is known as diffusion. So diffusion also occurs in liquids. Diffusion occurs in liquid, not only in gases, it also occurs in liquid also. Now let us see how the diffusion occurs in solids. For that is asking us to take a diffusion in solids. Diffusion in solids. Right, once again the diffusion in solids. How the diffusion occurs in solids is asking us to take a beaker. In that beaker it is filled with water. It is filled with water. Now you take potassium permanganate crystal. In second experiment we used it as a solution. Here we used a solution. Now we are using potassium permanganate crystal or copper sulfate crystal. Copper sulfate crystals. It is a water. H2O is a formula of water. So now what we are going to see that diffusion occurs in solids or not. Diffusion occurs of solids but in liquids. Solid to solid it is not possible. Diffusion of solid occurs in liquids. For that we need to take a beaker and it is filled with water. When it is filled with water, add few crystals of potassium permanganate. Formula potassium permanganate KMNO4 or copper sulfate CuSO4. When we add potassium permanganate or copper sulfate crystals, slowly crystals dissolves in a liquid and the color of that water changes. This indicates that solids also dissolves in waters. When it dissolves and when the color changes, when thoroughly it mix, it moves, then only it possible to change its color. So from this simple activity we can say that diffusion of solids also possible, but it occurs only in a liquid. So from these three simple activities we came to the conclusion the diffusion occurs in gaseous, liquids as well as a solids also. But gaseous, it may be in a gaseous state as well as in a liquid state. Liquids occurs in a liquids, and solids, it occurs in a only in a liquid state, not in a directly solid to solid. Take potassium permanganate and copper sulfate. Does the color changes? No, we need to add a little bit water. It means by adding the water, then only color changes. When you are soaking your new clothes in a surf water, what happens? A blue color shirt is soaked with a white color. The complete white color changes into a blue. This indicates that color is spreading. The blue color is spreading into the water. This indicates diffusion also takes place there, solid to liquid. When it is possible, when a liquid water is added. So diffusion occurs in solids, liquids and gaseous. Now we are going to see some important activity. Before that, uses of a diffusion. Survival of aquatic animals is possible. Survival of aquatic animals is possible. Without oxygen, how it is possible to live? So oxygen, it is dissolves in a water, it spreads in a water. Due to that, survival of aquatic animals are possible. And in blood circulation, from the lungs, it takes the oxygen and it pushes to the blood. So it is in blood circulation also diffusion property is used. And in survival of aquatic animals, the oxygen is dissolved in a water, moves, spreads in a water. This property is used. Now let us see another important property. Diffusion of two gases. What is our aim here? We are going to discuss the diffusion between two gases. For that, a lab activity is described in the page number 5. First lab activity, what is your aim? To observe the speed of diffusion of two gases. Speed of diffusion of two gases. Is now this is our aim. We discussed the diffusion takes place in gaseous, solids and liquids. Here we are going to discuss diffusion between two gases. Speed of diffusion. If we take two gases, which gas has a more diffusion property? Let us see with a simple lab activity. What are to observe the speed of diffusion of two gases? Material requires a long glass tube with a scale. Long, narrow glass tube with a scale. What we need? To scale, measure the distance, we need a scale. Liquid ammonia, hydrochloric acid as well as cotton, pieces of cotton. Next, two rubber corks, we need a corks and a tongs. To hold that we need a tongs. So what is the material aim of this experiment? To find the speed of diffusion between two gases. Material requires ammonia, hydrochloric acid, long narrow glass tube, a cotton as well as a cork, a scale to measure the distance, tongs to hold the cotton when it is dipped in chemicals, that is ammonia as well as a hydrochloric acid. So what precaution you need to take when you are handling the hydrochloric acid? Be care, and in presence of teacher you have to do this experiment. That is a precaution. Note it is mentioned. Now procedure: take a long narrow tube and dip piece of a cotton in hydrochloric acid and another cotton in a ammonia. Another cotton is in ammonia solution, and insert with the help of a tongs, insert in the two ends of the long narrow glass tube. As soon as inserted, cover with a cork. What happens? Why we have to cover with a cork? The reaction goes between ammonia and hydrochloric acid. The gases comes out. Not to escape the gases from the long narrow glass tube, we need to cover with a cork. When it is covered, slowly the reaction goes between ammonia and hydrochloric acid. a white color ring is formed inside the glass tube, that is nothing but a ammonium chloride. Ammonia formula NH3, ammonium chloride NH4Cl. NH4Cl. From this what you understood, the reaction goes between ammonia and hydrochloric acid. And the white ring is formed. Here I am not able to show the white ring. Once if we do the experiment, then the white ring forms inside the narrow glass tube. By seeing that, you can say that a reaction goes between ammonia and hydrochloric acid. That white ring is nothing but ammonia chloride. With this ring, you can guess the speed of diffusion between two gases. How you will guess the speed of diffusion between two gases? Measure this distance with a scale and this distance with a scale. Definitely, after measuring, ammonia travelled a longer distance compared to the hydrochloric acid. Spread or movement of the ammonia is more compared to the hydrochloric acid. So, from this we can say that speed of ammonia is, diffusion of ammonia is more compared to the hydrochloric acid. Why? Because it travelled this much distance. Hydrochloric travelled only 2 or 3 centimeters distance. So, from the simple experiment, you can find the speed of diffusion between two gases. Now, whose speed is more? Spread diffusion is more. Ammonia diffusion is more compared to hydrochloric acid. So, this is one lab activity. Once if the school or conditions are good, I will demonstrate. If not, I will bring all the chemicals and will demonstrate. I will show that how the diffusion takes place between ammonium and hydrochloric acid. Long narrow tube. Once again I am repeating. We need a long narrow tube and 2 cotton buds. The one is dipped in ammonia, other is dipped in hydrochloric acid. And with the help of a tongs, take the 2 cotton pieces and insert in the 2 ends of the narrow glass tube. And immediately it is closed with a cork. Why we need to close with a cork? The gases which are formed inside due to reaction between ammonia and hydrochloric acid, not to escape that, we are inserting or covering with closing with a cork. A white ring formed. This shows the reaction takes place between ammonia and hydrochloric acid, nothing but ammonia chloride. This shows that ammonium chloride is a white ring is formed. Based on that white ring, we are going to find the speed of diffusion. Ammonia travelled a longer distance compared to hydrochloric acid. So, diffusion of speed of diffusion of ammonia is more compared to hydrochloric acid. And we'll move to the next topic. Speed of diffusion of two gases. Or now, with the help of activity, we studied the ammonia speed is more compared to hydrochloric acid. So, diffusion takes place in solids, liquids as well as in gaseous also. Now, in the page number 6, do this one simple tabular form is given. With the tabular form, you have to fix based on properties of solids and liquid he asked. So far, you have studied some property that can be distinguished between solids, liquids and gases. Fill the following table based on your knowledge. And what he asked, a property, that is property shape, volume, compressibility and diffusion. These are the 4 properties he asked. Now here it is solids, liquids and gases. Solids, liquids and gases. Now you have to fill this table. Solids will have a fixed shape and liquids shape of the container. Takes the shape of the container, and gases no definite shape. I did one for you. If you have a textbook, you open. If not, if you open the link, you will find that. Volume. What is the second property? Volume. For solids, volume is fixed or not? It has a fixed volume. For liquids, fixed volume. And for gases, no fixed volume. And compressibility, solids less, gaseous more compared to solids. and gases highly compressible, highly compressible, compressible, and diffusion, solids diffusion, solid diffusion, liquids, diffusing liquids, liquids in liquids, liquids in liquids. Gases are highly diffused, highly diffused. After writing, once again I will explain. So he asked about property. What are the properties we are going to discuss for solids, liquids and gases? That is shape, volume, compressibility, diffusion. For solids we have fixed shape, and for liquids shape of the container, it takes the shape of the container. For gases no fixed shape, volume fixed, and for liquids fixed, gases no fixed volume. Compressibility, solids compressibility is less compared to liquids, and liquids more compared to solids. Compressibility is more compared to solids, and gases highly compressible, highly compressible. Diffusion, solid diffuse in liquids. We took the potassium permanganate and copper sulfate crystals. Does it diffuse them among themselves? No. When it is added in a water, it diffuses. This shows that solid diffuse only in liquids, and liquids in liquids, and gases highly diffused. So these are the some common properties. Twice or thrice he asked in essay 1 for 4 marks. You know that in essay 1 we will have the 4 questions. From the 2 he will ask from the tabular form, and he asked this question only to write the properties. So most important, tick it, and so easy also. With the some important 4 properties you can write this table. What are the properties? Shape, volume, diffusion, compressibility. Okay, clear? And what we discussed, that nothing diffusion takes place in gaseous, solids and liquids, and based on this we fill this. Now next move to the, can matter change its state? Ice is there. Ice changes its state. Ice is in which state? Solid state. Does the solid state remains forever? No. As soon as you take from the refrigerator, it changes into water. When we increase the temperature, that water changes into water vapor. So solid state is changing into liquid. Liquid is changing into gaseous state. How it changes? Let us see. Sorry. Can matter change its state? Change its state. Can matter change its state? Now in this we are going to discuss how the matter changes its state. You need some factors to change its state, or automatically it changes from one state to the state. For a simple example, take a ice block from the refrigerator and just place in a paper or on your palm for 5 to 10 minutes. In your palm for 5 to 10 minutes. What happens? Complete ice block changes into the liquid state. So solid state is changing into the liquid. How it is changing? Refrigerator is, inside the refrigerator is very cool. Temperature is less. When we take out, the normal temperature is, we will feel normal temperature. But compared to refrigerator, it is high. As increasing the temperature, one state can be changes into the another state. Same, the ice block which is changed into water in my palm, that water I am taking in a bowl and heating. When we heat, that water changes into water vapor. So increasing the temperature, one state can be changes into the other state, and lowering the temperature also, one state can be changes into the another state. You are keeping a bottle of water in a refrigerator. After 3 days, when you open that, it converts into the ice. This shows that one state changes into the other state by lowering the temperature. So temperature is the first factor which affects to change the state of matter from one state to the other state. And he is giving one good example, coconut oil. Coconut oil on cooling it becomes a solid. It is a common experience. in winter season, if you want to apply the coconut oil, parachute oil to your hair, the complete solid inside the bottle, it becomes a solid. Why? The temperature is very less. By lowering the temperature, liquid is converted into the solids. By increasing the temperature, solids converts into the liquid. So higher state is converted, higher form of state is converted by increasing the temperature, and decreasing the temperature, low it is decreasing state by vapor to the liquid, liquid to the solid. So this is the coconut oil is a good example, and ice is also another good example. In the case of naphthalene, if you see the naphthalene balls, naphthalene balls, camphor. You know about the camphor? Where will use the camphor? Camphor is nothing but a arti karpur. When temples and puja, while performing the puja, will use naphthalene balls. It gives a good fragrance and kills the germs. So inside in our birvas and almaras, in our clothes, will use the naphthalene balls. Not only that, as it is the kills the germs, will use in washrooms and wash basins, especially in hotels also they will use the naphthalene balls. In the case of naphthalene balls and a camphor, if you see that what happens, directly naphthalene ball slowly day by day it decreases its size. It decreases its size and directly changes into the gaseous state. Directly changes into the gaseous state without giving liquid. If you do while doing the puja, if you take the karpur, that is a camphor, after few minutes, when it is lighted, after few minutes, we won't find the camphor in that spoon or a plate, whatever may be. Why? The naphthalene or a camphor directly from solid, it changes into gas without giving liquid, and such property is known as sublimation. What is that, Amma? Sublimation. What is the sublimation? Sublimation is nothing but solid directly changes into gaseous state without giving liquid is known as sublimation. For example, naphthalene balls. Naphthalene balls we will call generally a dambar guli, will use in washing areas and in clothes to the germs, to kill the germs. And camphor is used in it is arti karpur, it is used in temples and puja garis. Nowadays it is also used as a medicine also. At the time of a swine flu, now also they are asking to avoid the mosquitoes also we can use the camphor. It is also good medicine. So naphthalene balls, camphor, directly from solid to solid changes to solid, directly changes into gaseous state. Gaseous state without giving liquid. Without giving liquid is known as sublimation. Sublimation, most important definition for 1 mark and for important for plants also. So camphor and naphthalene balls, it is not staying proper. Sublimation. So solid directly changes into gaseous state without giving liquid. Without giving liquid is known as sublimation. While explaining something it happens, that's why got little bit disturbance. Solids directly changes into gaseous state without giving liquid is known as sublimation. So this sublimation is important for your 2 marks, and for blanks also will ask use 2 examples of a sublimation, that is a naphthalene ball as well as a camphor. Okay, now let us recall what we studied today. First we started with the diffusion of gases. Lab activity we discussed speed of diffusion between 2 gases. We used their ammonia and hydrochloric acid. So what you confirmed from ammonia is diffusion of ammonia, speed of diffusion of ammonia is more compared to the hydrochloric acid. And how the diffusion used in our day-to-day life, that survival of aquatic animals is possible due to diffusion. So oxygen is diffused in a water, it spread in a water. By taking that water, aquatic animals can survive or breathe oxygen. And in circulation, blood circulation also, oxygen is taken from the blood lungs and it is supplied to the blood. Here also a diffusion property is used. Afterwards we went to discuss that diffusion of solids, liquids and gases. Gases also diffuse in gases. Used example of agarbatti or instant stick, and potassium permanganate solution or ink solution dissolves in a liquid. So diffusion of liquid takes place in liquids, and potassium permanganate or copper sulfate crystals dissolves in the water. The solid diffuses in liquid. So from this we thought diffusion of gases are highly compared to solids, high compared to solids and liquids. Afterwards, can matter change its state? Definitely matter can change from one form to other form. Solid changes into liquid, liquid changes into water vapor. Gaseous state, by increasing the temperature or by lowering the temperature, one state can be changes into the another state. There a different example or one property we studied, that is a sublimation. Always solid changes to liquid, liquids changes into gaseous state. Here solid directly changes into liquids gaseous state without giving liquid. This property is known as sublimation. Children, once again, what is sublimation? Solid directly changes into liquid state without solid changes into gaseous state without giving liquid is known as sublimation. Example, naphthalene ball and a camphor. If you observe camphor, if you pack a camphor in a paper or naphthalene box in a compact box, afterwards day by day slowly decreases size. After 1 month, if you open that, you won't find the there naphthalene ball. This shows that naphthalene ball directly changes into the gaseous state. And that's all for today. When we meet in a session, we'll discuss how the matter changes, what are the main properties, what are molecules, why solids have the fixed shape, how the arrangement of molecules takes place in solids, liquids and gases. Still that no new thing, you have to go through the textbook and cover the topics: diffusion between two gases, diffusion in solids, liquids and gases, and sublimation. So that's all. Thank you, children.